don't need Trump. We don't need help. We got this under control. And she's like, oh, shit, 25 businesses have been looted. Time for a curfew. So now she looks retarded. So I think
she did speak today earlier.
She spoke today. What did she say? How's she going to get herself out of this pickle? I wonder who are all these other people standing? Do we really need to have
a squad?
Do we really need to have 30 people standing behind every speech? They don't add anything.
What do you think they text their family before they go? Like, I'm about to be on TV. I'm in the background.
Be texting my family, being like, "Is my muffin top showing? I'm gonna stand in the back. I wore bad pants today."
The one woman, she's got her arm out. She's ready for her.
She's got a fat arm. She needs to stand in the back.
They're like, hey, I'm gonna be on the news, eh?
This woman with the white pants and they all look like shit. They all look terrible. Blazer. What is this woman wearing? High water pants?
What's a water?
She's got she's gonna go play some tennis or something.
You don't know what a clam digger is, Field Team?
Digger.
That sounds like a slur.
That really
sounds like
clam digger.
That sounds like the N-word for people who fish.
Do it with a hard R. Digger. You clam digger.
Digger, please.
Diggers. She calls me the clams diggers. I'm out there in the waters.
Digger, I like that. Digger, please.
Oh, look at that gay in the taupe. Look at that gay in the taupe suit.
How come none of the men are actually wearing dress shoes? They all have disgusting
I hate it.
I hate just like dirty.
I hate this Cole Haan trend.
Shoelaces hanging out.
Of the tidy sneaker. You wear a business shoe. You're at work. You work in the government. If you want to wear that, save that for like your son's Boy Scout situation, or like I'm a cool dad on the weekend. Get your stupid business shoe out of here.
He has something in his butt.
Oh, for sure.
But he's also wearing little tiny sneakers.
Tiny
little
to
feet.
go with his little taupe suit.
You know what they say about small feet.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what taupe is.
That means you're straight.
Yay!
I also don't know what taupe. I would have called that gray. I would have said his gray suit or his white.
It's taupe. It's not khaki. It's not gray. It's somewhere in the middle. It's taupe.
So it's tan?
I need color training.
I would think taupe is like a blue or green.
I thought taupe was a purple.
Taupe is tan with like a gray undertone. Tan is really more yellow based, brown based.
Wait, so it's a taupe tan?
What?
It's a taupe tan.
Is a taupe a tan?
It's one of the taupes of tans.
I would put it under the beige umbrella.
Okay. It's playing words of type. The type of tan.
Also, what's this woman looking back at? Like, what's happening back there? I wanted the blonde one.
The blonde?
I want to know what's happening back there. That got her so peaked.
Somebody's fixing. Probably they're doing that thing where they bend over and fix their boobs. Maybe that's what's happening. Or that guy
fat.
fixing their boobs. She's fat. She should definitely be in the back. For sure. Go hide behind the flag.
You could tell she's like
she's
very bossy and powerful.
She wears many hats.
And
she has
puts
many
her
chins.
fist down.
Mm-hmm.
People of that size always do.
Yep.
This is a very old-timey facial hair right here.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, yes.
He's probably the only
gay.
actual gay guy of the whole group.
They're all gay. Every man in politics is gay. Like, that works in D.C.
Especially this
like
proud...
clam digger gay.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what he's looking at. He's like looking up in the distance like, oh, I'm so proud of this moment.
He's trying to look tall.
Well,
his tie is too tight, and he's trying not to have his double chin happen.
They're in size order, kind of.
Like,
look at this.
Like the Rockettes.
This is Bass's like closest.
That's how the Rockettes line up. They do tallest in the middle, and then gradually from 5'6" to 5'10.5" to be a Rockette. I used to work there. I gave tours at Radio City Music Hall.
Light colors on the end.
Yep. Wow. Taupe on the end.
Women on this side, men on that side.
All right, let's hear this speech.
All right, incoming Bass.
Oh, green. Incoming Bass.
And
she just jumped out of the river.
She's got more people.
Wow, this is too much cleavage. This is too much too much cleavage. You know what? Because she's fucking up. And the worse she does, the more cleavage has to come out to seem relatable. But she's got saggy, wrinkly cleavage. She's got 3 different fault lines there.
Fault line. That's how we call them.
It's not good. She's like, please accept my cleavage as a apology for my terrible job.
Everyone's curtsying.
Go back to whatever African country you were in for spring
Good
break.
afternoon, everyone. Let me just say that I am proud to stand here with leaders from our region. There are over 30 mayors represented here
I'm not there.
who I think reflect the
30
concerns
mayors.
that
Oh,
are
that's
going
funny.
on
Good
in our
joke.
communities right now. A week ago,
My family members.
everything was peaceful in the city of Los
Just a
Angeles.
week ago.
But
and
look
in
what you
all
did,
of
you
the
little jerk.
Representatives behind me in their cities as well. Things began to be difficult on Friday.
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 Took place, and it's important that I begin there.
It's Friday.
say Monday?
Friday.
Is the cause.
Let's hear that again, shall we?
It's done on
And it's
Friday.
important to be difficult on Friday.
Friday? What kind of accent is that?
I know Philadelphia, like Pennsylvania. My grandfather
Friday?
used to say like Monday, dude. Friday.
She doesn't say it with any other kind of E word.
Does she add R's like warsh?
Ugh.
She plays the hurdy-gurdy.
Well, things began to be difficult on Friday.
Friday?
Raids took- Things began to be difficult on Friday.
Used to be a
when
serious
raids
show, Fealty.
All right, here we go.
took place. And it's important that I begin there because that is the cause of the problems that have happened in the city of Los
Friday
Angeles.
is.
The
That's
more
the
I
cause.
bang on the desk,
This
the
was
more
a-
serious I am.
This was provoked.
She's like, I can't
by
say
the White House.
provocative. Let's change
The
gears.
reason
Don't dress
why,
that way.
We don't know.
She can't say
I
Friday.
Provocated?
Posit that
Provocated?
Was she?
Yeah.
What was she trying to say?
I think
Provoke?
she was trying to say provocated.
Provocated.
right?
She's like, this was agent provocateur.
Yeah.
Provoked is
Well,
what.
yeah. Let's hear it again.
But Friday's the cause. That's all I
Friday?
heard is that everything was fine, and then Friday made
You know what she
everything
is? 'Cause the
worse.
whole time she's thinking about, did I just say Friday wrong? It's messing her up.
Well, it's Wednesday right
Wednesday.
now.
Wednesday. Wednesday.
this was provoked by the White House. The reason
Whoa!
why
Check out the
we don't
eyeshadow
know.
game on this brunette here to the right. Look at that smoky eye. That's not bad for an old lady.
She's not a redhead?
She's like an
She's a
auburn
Spanish
brown.
dyed.
She looks like a fish.
She looks like a fish.
Posit that maybe we are part of a national experiment to determine how far the federal government can go in reaching in and taking over power from a governor, power from a local
Oh, now we're
jurisdiction.
victims.
I'm like, maybe she's right about that.
That's the one kind of. She could be right about something. Uh-oh. But you brought it upon yourselves.
Oh, jeez. But it was provoked.
And on a Friday.
And it was on Friday. Like, everybody loves Friday. Friday.
Because you know what you should have done as mayor was like, I don't know, tell people to not protest, tell people to stay home,
just release the guard yourself, right?
get some
Get in front of it.
sharks with lasers on their heads.
And frankly, leaving our city and our citizens, our residents, in fear. All of us represent cities in this region where immigrants are key, and if in some cases not the majority of the population.
Well, that's
To
not good.
have people live in fear like it is today is just unacceptable. So we started off by hearing the administration wanted to go after violent felons, gang members, drug dealers. But when you raid Home Depots and workplaces, when you tear parents and children apart, and when you run armored
I don't know.
caravans through-
MS-13 still needs to get cactuses and succulents.
You're not trying to keep anyone safe. You're trying to cause fear and panic. And when you start deploying federalized troops on the heels of these raids, it is a drastic and chaotic escalation and completely unnecessary. These aren't the criminals the
But
administration
they were
is
looting. So maybe it is necessary. If the protesters were a little better behaved.
That's the problem, is that the people will be protesting, and then I think there's always opportunists that are like, oh shit, like the road is blocked up, like we can just go in and take advantage and just
Opportunists, also known as cyclists,
and
also
then just
known as
blend
urban
and
teens.
just blend in. Yeah, just blend in, and then you see them all walking out like big boxes and new TVs and
Bottles of Hennessy.
Basketball
We all know
Americans.
basketball Americans. There's many different names we give them.
look at the one in the back.
Yikes.
She's like,
She looks Native American.
you just.
She looks like
Oh
a
yeah,
man.
with her chin up.
She didn't before though.
That's a transgender.
She looked,
That is.
I think that's a
no, she looked
transgender.
just like an Italian woman
Ugh.
before. I think it's a weird freak.
Allegedly targeting. These are mothers and fathers, restaurant workers, seamstress, home care workers, everyday Angelinos
Seamstress was
trying to
rather
make a
specific.
living. I've heard stories of unmarked federal vans parked near LAUSD school graduations.
Aw.
A U.S. citizen, 9 months pregnant, who was hospitalized after being detained by federal agents, and an apparel business in downtown LA raided, where many Korean and Latino workers work long hours to support their families.
They're called sweatshops.
They're being trafficked anyway.
If I'm 9 months pregnant, I'm gonna lay real low. But you know what? Maybe she came here pregnant.
Let me just say that I am very proud to stand here with the mayors, the leadership of so many cities, but you should take note that the individuals that are here with me today are all leaders in their area, and we all stand
they're
in
women.
support and solidarity and call for the raids to end. Now it's my pleasure
one
to introduce
nodding, they're
Mayor
nodding
Lemons
so
from the
hard.
city.
Just
of-
nod and look serious.
Thank you, Mayor Bass, for
See this
bringing us
chick?
together today and for
No
your
wrinkly
leadership
cleavage.
in this difficult time. I stand
wrinkly
before
face.
you
She could
today
use a
as the
neck
mayor
lift.
of Paramount,
Yeah.
a proud, tight-knit community that has been deeply shaken by
You know what's
recent
not
events.
tight knit?
In the last few
Her
days,
neck.
our residents have faced loss, uncertainty,
I'm
and
sorry, if
fear.
you're in any kind of
For many in our city,
forward-facing
this has been one of the most devastating
position, if you're a public figure, you gotta make sure your neck is right. I'm not saying you need to look like a Botoxed Kardashian, but like, girl,
Get a lift.
yeah, fix
I'm sure she's got the money.
fix your waddle. You know what I mean?
No, this is a distracting face.
It really is.
devastating moments in recent
Oh, don't
memory.
look down.
Lives have been disrupted.
It's ghastly.
Families are too
It
afraid to
looks-
leave their homes, and the very places that once
it
served
looks like
as
a-
gathering spots
like a
for
fat
joy, like our
person's
beloved swap
cellulite
meet,
on their
have
leg.
been marred by fear.
Ugh.
As a
Looks
vibrant
like
gathering,
looks like balls. Looks like she has balls.
Yeah,
under
yeah,
her
that,
chin.
that you're 100% right. You just cut that off. That's what they need to do. That's what they'll just excise that.
Yeah.
They should have called up the blonde.
Yeah, you're right. Can't the cute girl say this shit? Give her the cue card.
What about the Asian in the back, the fat Asian that really wants you know she wants the mic. She's just waiting.
Yeah.
This is a before and after right here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's her daughter.
She looks like she's wearing a fat suit back there.
place for our diverse community, some are avoiding going to work. It
Yeah,
continues
right.
to get
Okay.
worse as
Any
these
excuse not to go to
loyal
work.
vendors are forced to stay away out of fear of losing their livelihood.
They're
For some,
citizens that
it's the
are
only
afraid
way
of
they
not
feed
going to
their
work.
Families to see everyone hurt like this is heartbreaking. Last night at our city council meeting, we heard from our residents. Their anger, their fear, and their uncertainty
down
about
further
the
and further.
future is understandable. Not only did we hear it last night, myself and members of the city council witnessed the devastation firsthand that Saturday morning. We share the same
Saturday.
anger, sadness, and
Friday,
trauma. Then
Saturday.
to see the presence of the National Guard in our city, it
Guard.
only makes things worse and leads to unnecessary escalation. We can
Should we
and
skip
will
ahead to
do
the
better
next
to
passing?
serve and advocate for our immigrant population.
Ugh.
I want to speak directly to the people of Paramount. We see you, we hear you, and we are with you. We acted last night and directed staff to create a special fund that will financially help our immigrant families affected
Oh,
during
because
this
they don't get enough
challenging
free shit.
Yeah, that's going to disappear in someone's pocket. How about we skip ahead to the next bass segment?
Okay, yes. Fresh bass.
Let's just watch this mountain.
Oh, okay. Oh, God.
where did she come
Again,
from?
taupe. She's in taupe. Holy shit.
Where was she hiding this whole time?
This is a literal refrigerator in a suit.
Taupe is slimming, isn't
See,
it?
the one
No,
in the back,
it's-
that one Asian one in the back is like, oh, thank God, I'm not the biggest.
You know who's
this
doing the
is.
most work right now? That button on her pants. It's like, I can't breathe. Oh, it's doing a George Floyd. Holy
I can't wait to
cow.
hear what this person's voice sounds
What they
like.
sound
It's going to sound fat.
It's a man or a
That's
woman.
who. Yes, bring out the biggest bitch in
Good morning,
here.
buenos dias. My name is Crystal Lario.
Yikes.
I'm with the Vernon City Council. Mi nombre es
She should have-
Crystal Lario. Estoy con el
she should have
Consejo
buttoned that
Municipal
shit.
De la ciudad de Vernon. I am a proud daughter of immigrants. Soy una hija de papás inmigrantes. Muy
She messed up on
orgullosamente.
Spanish, huh?
Estoy con ustedes. I stand with you. And I pledge all my support to the elected staff and everyone and doing everything we can to help.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wow, let's
we'll
let's
open
bring
it
in
up for questions.
some fatty who knows Spanish. That'll
Kind of knows Spanish.
that'll legitimize our whole operation here.
It's the bass and the whale in this speech.
So basically, was that person an elected official, and then her parents are still illegal immigrants? Is that what she did? She just rat out her
and the
parents? She's
crowd, yeah, like,
my
my
parents
are
are
illegal."
proud, and they're
We're proud. We're immigrants. We're not legal, but we're proud. Clearly, they're doing well enough to keep feeding
Now,
her.
and let me just say that we will provide everyone's contact information up here because we only have a few minutes for questions, but we want you to have complete access. Yes.
And I mean complete nudes and everything.
I want to know why you're wearing an oversized blazer.
What's with all this wrinkly cleavage?
I'm sorry, do I have what?
Do you have any comments about, or do you have any reports about the raids that happened today in the morning in the city of Downey?
Oh, no, but I think that the mayor from Downey did address that and can address that a little later.
I know yesterday you spoke about trying to contact President Trump.
My question is,
she
can
straight?
can I use your head to clean my
I
sink?
have actually a call in connection. It's not with him, but to get that question.
Like that second too late for me.
Well, yeah, that I want to
She
speak
looks
to the
like
president,
the
and that,
scrubbies with the
She
smiley
looks like a scrub daddy.
face. Scrub daddy, yeah, that's what they're
She's a
called.
scrub mommy.
Wow, that sounds so racist. It's so true.
What? I didn't say your head looks like a Brillo pad. I said, can I use your head to scrub my sink? Scrub daddy. Sorry, I keep interrupting her.
It's okay.
Is she straight? Is she?
No.
No.
She's known like a known
She's
lesbian.
a known lesbian.
Sorry,
Big
I
les.
thought that.
Big lesbo.
I think she might be. No, I think she's dating, right?
She's playing the field.
She holds herself like a lesbian.
This is why she's so upset about the Home Depot raids. That's where she goes to pick up women.
It's all coming together.
Yep.
Oh, let's see what she says.
the significance of what is happening here. You know, there are reports that if all of the military that have been designated to be deployed, if you add them all up, it's more military than are serving today in Iraq. And the money...
Iraq is still a thing? There shouldn't be.
I thought we pulled everybody.
There,
from
yeah.
Iraq.
I thought we bounced out of there.
Didn't Biden, wasn't he quoted as saying we have no one, like we fully pulled out?
He just like left. He left some people there. He's like, oopsie. Sorry, you missed the deadline.
Yeah, they didn't get on plane.
I mean, I do remember there people be like tweeting like, well, what are we doing here that we're in the military?
Why
that
still is 20 years ago plus. Yikes.
We spent $130 million. All of our cities could use that money.
To fix all the looting.
They're all like, yeah, we could use that money. Mm-hmm.
For tacos.
Speak to the fact that some people have described what's going on as rioting, whether you agree with
Oh, there it's not about rioting.
Oh, this is
now.
good.
it, and you could confirm that no one is being booked under Penal Code 404, which is the rioting penal code.
I have not heard that. I've not heard of anybody being booked under that. You know, we established a curfew last night, and there were over 100 arrests, but they weren't for looting. They weren't for vandalism. They were for failure to disperse, as well as a curfew violation. So what I'm hoping is that people got the message that we're serious, and we won't even have those arrests tonight.
Yeah, they didn't want the statistic of people.
Well, let me just tell you that the picture that is attempted to being portrayed, and all of us are impacted by this. If you look at TV and you see people who are demonstrating, some inappropriately, some violently, which I believe that anybody that's involved and violence or looting or vandalism is not supporting the cause of immigrants. Otherwise, they wouldn't be doing that because they know that that can trigger an even greater reaction from the administration. And so that is a picture you'd know in downtown
What if they're
Los
trying to
Angeles
loot
because
stuff?
we
What if they're
hear-
trying to do a Robin Hood situation where they're looting to give to the immigrants?
Well, I think her point is like that possibly the Trump administration has paid people to go and agitate, right? And
okay,
so that
sure.
they could justify.
Bringing in the
That's like
the-
he's
wow.
like, here's some cocktails, set some things on fire.
Wow, it's like
I mean,
opposite.
it makes sense.
It's like the opposite of what the left did to us on January 6th. Oh,
It's like all the same plays, but rather which
interesting.
side is doing it.
The shoe is on the other foot.
Ah, Sherlock.
Here, you know that this is isolated to several streets in downtown Los Angeles. The curfew that we put in place yesterday is about 6 square miles of a city that is 500 square miles. So the portrayal is that all of our cities are in chaos, rioting is happening everywhere.
It's just
It is
it's
a
just
lie.
Los Angeles.
Just the most important 6 square miles.
I'm not a size queen, but 6 miles seems pretty significant.
Art here, is there any line of communication set up between your office or Chief McDonald's office and whoever is in charge of those Marines in National? Is there a line of communication?
Okay, first of all, the last I talked to the chief, there was no line of communication with the Marines. The line of communication is with the federalized National Guard, and you know they have one mission here, and that is to protect one building downtown. They weren't needed for that then, they're not
City
needed
Hall.
now. When we did the curfew last night, it was all local law enforcement.
I wanted them to protect my house. They wouldn't.
Absolutely. I mean, well, first of all, I don't think it should be happening at all. But yes, there should be a line of communication.
So U.S. Attorney Bill Daley did announce some charges today.
Oh, he did? Okay.
Doesn't it feel like they're all looking at you? they're all. It looks like they're all judging you. They're all. Yikes! This is uncomfortable.
They're all looking at your dick. Like if you had a dick.
They're all like, "Ooh." Anybody else feel like really uncomfortable? They all look like they're judging you. I was like, "You're a failure in life."
What does this reporter look like? Is what I want to know.
Yeah. What if they're
is a
like? What if
great-
they're bleeding from the head or something?
I just like the one looking over the shoulder from
Yeah.
fun.
She really makes it. She's like,
She like the conspiracy that I just said might be possible. That we needed her to pop out right there.
it's almost like this reporter is wearing a MAGA hat.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's almost like the reporter said that Bass can scrub his sink.
Right. Are you the one who said that sink comment earlier?
That
Ooh,
was really
the
upset.
judgment.
This one,
Oof. Cold as ice.
Let's see what.
Ugh.
Chrissie.
They're all nodding.
You're never gonna. They're all gonna laugh at you.
You said
I
sink
think
scrub.
you just illustrated the double standard.
Cool.
And given that I was there on January 6th and saw
She was there.
She was there.
Oh,
She went in- She went into the building. I was there. I was a paid protester. I was paid to put on a MAGA hat and a American flag shirt and wreak havoc.
This is the face of realizing she just got caught saying she was at January 6th.
Oh, that's it for you.
Got you. That's our gotcha.
an insurrection take place, the
Oh,
idea
please.
that this, what is happening here, is an insurrection
Like
is just
millions of
false. And I think it is
illegals
deliberately false. I don't
taking
think they're
over.
confused.
Don't get them confused.
Like, what's the definition of a whole people taking over multiple blocks? Just to carry the
Foreigners
flag?
taking over American soil.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty insurrection-y to me.
See, now they look sad about everything.
See, I'm still on the squatting idea of when they get kicked out and taking their homes. I'm still
Mary Jane wants to just take their stuff.
wondering how I'm going to get a free house out of this.
Ugh, then you have to go to Los Angeles.
Oh no, I was thinking about everywhere.
Okay,
This is like
up here
they're
somewhere.
deporting people, right, all over the country.
Yeah.
They're marching in New York pretty hardcore.
True.
They've been pushing back ICE. I saw a lot of videos where they're pushing back in New York.
Well, there was that TV
with like
show,
stomp
Storage
methods. Like,
Wars.
Wait, what were they like?
they were doing like a little stomp show. Like,
We should start up a TV show because there was storage wars, so now we could do migrant leftovers wars.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like it's just like this lot is going for 46 pesos. Let's see what's inside.
Like, hey, I'm here to win back my couch. Hey, I just went back to Mexico. I came back.
I'm
hey.
looking for my abuela. Oh, she's in here.
I have everything. I have everything. Everybody's stuff.
All right, here we go.
Okay, sorry. Thank you. Madam Mayor, the protests are spreading from Los Angeles to other cities.
Yes.
And I'm wondering, what does that say about how the Trump administration is handling not only these protests?
What a softball
Well, I think that the other cities recognize.
question. Like these questions are set up for her to be like, it's Trump's fault. See, like they're all just opportunities.
Where's Caroline
for her to
Levitt when you need her?
showcase her TDS. Yeah.
Or what was Kayleigh McEnany? She would have been there with her binder. Like,
Yeah.
okay.
She was so great. Oh my God. So great at their jobs.
If the nation's second largest city and our region that has 88 cities in it and is larger than 40 states, that's LA County, if it can happen here, then what does that say about states whose population doesn't even match the population of our county?
Because we don't have your type of LA people living there. You think anyone's trying to loot Iowa?
Right.
They'll just
No
get
one's-
potatoes.
No one's going to riot Wyoming.
A few like Oklahoma, a few like factories, right? That's where they should go.
Yes, hello.
No, that's where the Haitians went.
Oh, right, to eat up all the cats.
Eat the cat.
Craig, Josh, and then AD. Good morning, Mayor. The curfew enforcement last night, you went through live with me on KNX for some time. It was very late. It looked very much like it was successful in achieving its goals. I want to know what your take is on what unfolded last night, how it went, and then secondarily, is this curfew order going to be extended? You had said first you review it today, potentially a few more days, and then you also, I think, indicated last night at KNX that you thought maybe.
You get that on Mother's Day.
Well, yes. So let me just say that the emergency declaration.
First of all, he asked too many questions.
That was very long.
That was a combo, multi-pronged question.
Not have a time limit to it. And so the curfews will go on as long as they are needed. But you know, it's really kind of interdependent on what the response is from the federal side. If there are raids that continue, if there are soldiers marching up and down our street, I would imagine that the curfew will continue. What I'm hoping is that Angelino's got the message last night that we are serious. The fact that the arrests last night were relatively minor, I am hoping that we won't have any arrests tonight.
The big order last night, as you expected?
Yes, it did.
Yikes, who's that? Ugh.
Mayor, I know you've been asking.
Oh, wow. The guy's on the ground picking his
decided
nose
to
with
go
the
to
laptop.
A wide angle shot at this
Yo,
point.
Not good. He did not think the camera was ever going to be on him. Look at him. He's like, I'm just going to get a little quickie picky here. Just any kind of grown person on the ground with a laptop.
Is that Carson Daly?
I'm here from TRL.
From Channel 7. That's where he's at now. He probably would take any job, right? I mean, is he
It's
working?
like, I don't know if you guys could tell, but I'm from Channel 7.
Is Carson Daly on a network now?
God, I don't
he's
know.
doing the new show, Total Riot Live. You know? I thought it was good.
That was good. I liked it.
No, as a matter of fact, I think all of us probably have the same. I mean, at this point in time, we're functioning on rumors.
Too many women up
And
there.
so the latest rumor that I'm aware of is that it's going to last for 30 days, but I really do have to say it's a rumor. Has anybody heard anything different?
She turns around. Hey, anybody heard anything different?
Wait, I don't want a bunch of people yelling out with no microphone. That's just inviting chaos.
Show of
I want to
hands.
see. Do you think anyone? Let's take a bet right now. Do you think any of them is going to say
For
something?
listening?
It's going to be like, yeah, it's 45 days. I heard 45 days.
Yeah, I have 50 sold. She's just checking to see if anybody's on their phone.
Right.
This is like in baseball when they like turn around and try to like get somebody out who's stealing a base. Gotcha.
We don't know. And that uncertainty creates fear and terror in our people.
I know you don't know what the Marines are going to do.
No, I do not.
Are you open to the idea?
No, we don't. Maybe because you're all women and you're
Except for that
scared
one
of
guy
shit.
back there that came out of nowhere.
You mean the woman in taupe back there? That's a woman.
No, the one in front of us.
Goodness.
Right, that guy.
The taupe
One next to him.
monstrosity hiding in the back. Thank God.
There's
she's
a
in the
lot of
back.
frumpiness. I've never seen so much frumpiness in one place.
Ooh.
This looks like an old-timey military thing from like the Civil War.
Oh yeah, like a military style jacket.
She's got the tiny
She does
little
not-
chicken legs.
She doesn't have a military style body.
Like SpongeBob.
Yikes.
She could be a cannonball.
Yeah, SpongeBob with legs.
We're singing Curfew.
Absolutely not. As one of our Marines who is up here, they are trained in warfare on foreign lands, not domestic. They cannot
But
arrest.
there's enough foreigners on our land that it seems like a foreign land.
Good point, Chrissy.
I'm craving guacamole.
And the NightMayr.
I don't know what
Plus Tito's
role
would be
that
good.
they would play. And then just think about having the military here. When you see what's going on around here, if you drive a few blocks outside of downtown, you don't know that anything is happening in the city at all.
Down AP and then right here.
Yeah. Hi, can you just talk about the metrics that you're considering for lifting the curfew? You know, you said
Yeah, let's talk metrics.
The metrics for lifting the curfew are twofold. Number one, a night where there's no arrest, okay? But number two,
Good luck with that.
order. That's
Good
a
luck with
really
that. It's
tall
Los Angeles.
Well, they could just not arrest people.
Right. Let's go back to not arresting people like we used to.
I'm guessing she means like protesting, right? Occupying.
Yeah.
on what happens with the administration.
and then
So they're blaming Trump.
So the metric is what happens with the Trump
I don't know. It's up
administration.
to Trump.
That's quite a metric.
This is a takeover if you think about it. Like no arrests, and as long as Trump does what they demand him to do.
Right.
So they're literally attacking the country to get Trump to do what they want him to do. She just admitted it. Like,
Well, or is she saying is if they stay, if they get out?
yeah, because they don't want ICE in California just because they came in to do one raid against human traffickers. So they started attacking their own city to blame it on Trump. And that's the second metric, you know.
It's conspiracy inside of
Wow.
conspiracies inside.
But that goes to the point of like there are both sides conspiring to bring in martial law.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo!
That's what I've been saying. It's all one side, really.
I just got the willies.
I guess one side is anti-martial, like because they're unleashing the chaos, whereas Trump is trying to unleash the good, like Little Nicky. He's coming with like the rabbits and
I don't understand that reference.
You know, unleash the good and unleash the evil in Little Nicky at the end when he's doing the demon
Are you talking
fight.
about an Adam Sandler movie?
Yes,
Do you dare speak of an Adam Sandler reference in my house,
I have messed up.
in the studio,
I brought the Sandler
to
in
the
here.
corner with you?
All right, here we go.
Minor meaning unlawful assembly and curfew.
Minor meaning under 18.
No, no, of course not.
you know, he's on horseback, he's firing
Right.
projectiles at seemingly peaceful demonstrators last night. So what do you say to people who see this as excessive force and people who are, you know, out on the streets protesting the same stuff that you're describing as unconscionable?
Well, what I do believe is that we need to evaluate what has happened. One thing about our cities is that there's cameras everywhere. So individuals might not have been arrested on the day they committed the crime. It doesn't mean they won't coming down the line. But there have been allegations, and we need to check into each one of those.
Down in front here, and then we'll go political, and then
Wow.
Her
that's
smile.
that's
She got a
that's
big smile.
Scary.
Someone in a wheelchair. That's the look of, oh, I have a reporter in a wheelchair asking a question.
Yeah. Oh my God. This looks like a jack-o'-lantern. A gay jack-o'-lantern.
A scrub daddy.
A gay scrub daddy.
Clam digger.
We gotta get these clam diggers out of our city.
There have been reports that these
Oh, yes.
I didn't know Roseanne was gonna be there.
Roseanne. Oh, Roseanne. Oh, this is a satin monstrosity to our left here. You'd never do that kind of a top with a blazer. Some people never learn.
It kind of looks like Roseanne's husband from the show.
John Goodman
Yeah, doesn't that kind of look like a
in
Goodman
drag.
face? Yeah, if you just take from like
It does.
here to
It does.
here,
Same
it's
eye bag,
Goodman.
jowl combo.
They kind of look alike, huh?
Everyone on screen needs to have work done, except for the blonde. She can stay.
Yeah, she's good.
Right, right. Well, let me just tell you that I don't have any idea how much is being spent in overtime now. Again, unnecessary. Didn't need to happen in the first place.
You know, it is necessary.
I am
All the
concerned
benefits
about
that we're
the budget.
giving all the millions of illegals. How much money do you think that costs us?
Yeah. Yeah.
Bass.
And how many millions of dollars of stuff do they have?
How many millions have we sent to Ukraine?
It's just in their houses waiting for them to get deported so you could buy it, man.
If we're gonna spend a F ton of money on something, yeah, it should be on like deporting people and like getting this country back. I'm fine with that.
Spot on.
Budget impacts. You know, we had almost $1 billion deficit here, and so I'm concerned about that. But there's no way of knowing, and there's also no way of knowing when it's going to end.
So you talked about how you don't really know when the raids are going to stop.
Right.
This is a signature policy of the Trump administration.
Ugh.
Do you have any indication that this is a realistic ask of them to stop the raids? And if that doesn't happen, like, what is Plan B?
Well, let me just tell you that the alternative is to stay silent. And to me, I am going to continue to advocate on a federal level and look at the breadth and power that is represented here.
Look at the breasts.
Look at the size of these people
Just
behind me.
Look at the amount. There's literally a metric ton of women behind me. How many chins are on with me up here right now?
She's not that bad.
She looks like she does a lot of cocaine. That's
She
what
looks like, yeah, maybe loosely related to Tulsi Gabbard.
Right. And AOC.
She looks like an
Mix.
eagle.
She does look like Sam Eagle.
Oh,
For 30 leaders of cities, 30 cities joining together to talk about how this is impacting all of us. You know that in a year, the World Cup is going to be here? 8 games. All
cares
of our cities are going to
Where did that come
What?
from?
What?
Where did that come
So who
from?
gives a flying fuck about soccer right now?
Who paid her?
Not one
Paid
person.
her, and right before she went on, they said, if you get the World Cup in there,
Please
that's
mention the World Cup.
$5,000. And she
Nobody
just remembered
in
it right
the
then.
country cares about soccer.
Mexicans do.
Exactly.
Oh, it just came full
They've
circle.
infected her brain.
Guarantee that was a product placement right there.
You know,
the World Cup?
there would be a Hugo de Football aquí.
She thought it was going to come up naturally, and then she realized, like, they're wrapping up here. I got to get this in.
mention the World Cup.
be
Stupid.
involved in the World Cup. I know the president is excited about
She's
the
gotta
World Cup.
say 3
and wants
times.
to be supportive of the World
She
Cup.
has to say it
The
4
best way to
times.
support the World Cup?
5
in
times.
The raids. In the raids.
5 times she said the World Cup. She gets $5,000
I gotta meet my quota.
every time she
World
says
Cup,
the
World Cup, World Cup, World Cup.
I think the World Cup's going to be there.
What? Really?
Yeah, it's crazy. I heard
World
some
Cup's
about-
coming to LA.
What cup? World Cup.
We should start booking our tickets now.
Hopefully we get sponsored by the World Cup.
Let's bring NightMayr to the World Cup.
AIDS and
Is
frankly,
this a World
share
Cup?
some of
No. This is just my mom cup.
Well, a mom makes a world.
Who's the biggest sponsor of the World Cup? Is it Pepsi?
Is it LaCroix?
I think it's Pepsi. There's a little soccer in the Pepsi symbol, right?
Oh.
You gotta look that up.
financial support that you're giving unnecessarily to the military.
And do you have any plans when, if that doesn't happen? Or have you talked
If it does, that the raids don't end, if they, no, I
They'll
mean,
never end.
You know, we are
not
stuck
ending.
in this no man's
Not till they're
land
all
of
gone.
not having any idea when the policy will end.
It's not ending.
Hi, Sean.
Back to the protests.
I'm starting to think a lot of these women are dudes in wigs.
Yeah, for real. Especially
Yeah,
there's quite a few.
especially blue jacket behind her.
Well, Roseanne Goodman over here.
Roseanne Goodman. Yikes.
She
Bobby
looks like her
Lee.
last name is Hirono.
Actually, she looks like somebody's dad I know. I'm not gonna
Have some
say
sleepovers?
I'm not gonna say who on the off chance that
Okay.
she watches this show. I doubt it though.
You know who you are.
You know who you are, Tao Hirono. Nuang.
What did you say?
I said Nuang. That's like the last name that's spelled like NG.
Oh no, not somebody Asian.
Oh, why? The person.
You win.
Nuang.
Nugan? I thought it was a Nugan.
We just have this girl and we would be like, can you say it and not sing it? She'd be like, Nuang.
So little of the show tonight is based on the topic. I think it could fit into one 15-minute clip.
I'm going to have to edit around a lot of this. I'll have fun tomorrow.
No.
It's worthwhile, though, because, you know, this is a good time. We got John
We are
Leguizamo,
laughing.
we got
John Leguizamo.
You know.
Oh, man. Al Franken and the glasses in the back there. Look. To the right. Oh, my God.
Well, this is Bobby Lee over here.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Bobby
my
Lee in a
God.
fat suit. Oh, my
knew
God.
it.
JoJo Siwa.
Oh,
Just as herself in the back there. The
well, which
glasses.
JoJo Siwa? The lesbian before she
Lesbian.
got talked to
Before
by,
she realized she was straight again.
yeah, well, she had to have a conversation with a famous actor.
Before she had a whiff of a male armpit. Mhm.
Leaders have been talking about these protests versus the ones in 2020 during the pandemic. And I'm wondering, you know, sort of politically speaking, you know, what would you say the biggest lesson is that you took from 2020?
Don't ask me about a lesson.
Well, in all fairness, in 2020, I was in Congress and I was doing police reform on a national level. So I spent most of my time visiting other cities. So I can't comment about 2020 here.
She just dodged that.
Dodge that bullet. How many of them do you think have boats?
Boats?
Yeah.
All of them. They're all thinking about their boats right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing.
I feel like I'm being judged
You
again.
know, we
You'll never amount to anything.
I'm not going to scrub your sinks for you.
are
Yeah.
trying to quantify that now, and I would invite the other mayors that have experienced raids, if they have quantified it now. But looking at police overtime, looking at the vandalism that took place in the downtown area and other areas.
Why is she smiling as she
there
says
was also-
vandalism?
It's a little unsettling.
The vandalism?
Kamala does that too. A lot of like smiling at inappropriate times.
Well, it seems like, I mean, just like she said, with the two things that she needs is no arrests, and as long as Trump does what they say. So it's almost like she's showing you she's happy about this. She wants this to happen. She wants it to continue.
Because
Like,
it looks good for her because she can be victim.
exactly.
And she gets to be in the spotlight.
And she gets 30 other people around
And
her.
she's like, you know what? I'm not going to wait till St. Patrick's Day to bust out the green suit. I'm wearing it today.
It's my lucky suit. Today's a lucky day.
She's doing the Obama head shake and hand movements. though,
Yeah, they
so
all like learn from each other
I do wonder if she's going to try and be the next running, for the next presidential campaign.
and run against.
They must
Newsom.
go out there with that in, but every single one of them that does a speech and has, before they go out there, they're thinking in their mind, somebody is telling them in their ear, like, this could be it. This could be your make or break speech. You want to take this all the way to the top, don't you? Because that's their dream, right? That's every single one of them.
Ugh.
That's they all
It's
have
like
the
they're
same
pro
dream.
athletes.
Yeah.
Let's get to the end. Only 2 more minutes.
So,
Let's-
the looting.
So that'll be
took
another half
place on
hour.
One night. Or maybe it was 2 nights. All of that is going to be a cost. But
Don't you speed it up.
The cost of these families being divided. The kids not knowing where their parents are. Or kids and families being afraid to go to graduations.
You mean
I
we
have
could have
personal
watched
friend
the
that
whole
wrote
thing like this?
Why? Because the immigrant labor didn't come to work. And this is an issue whether you are legal.
This is caffeinated, Karen Bass.
For their annual check-ins that they're supposed to do with papers and going in and getting detained along with their families. So, I think the cost has to be looked at comprehensively, not just the vandalism and police overtime, but the human cost of the disruption of these families.
Human cost. Because the more illegals that get sent back, the more congressional seats are lost. Because they're based on population.
I have not heard of one, but they are going to be accommodated. So the law enforcement knows that this is a major entertainment center and that, shows are going to take place. So that will be accommodated.
The World Cup.
Right?
World Cup.
World Cup! Don't let that beast speak.
So you forgot all those guys were
They
in the
got
room.
a handshake.
Only the women got the FaceTime, the airtime.
Yep, because this is...
The sneakers, they were like, you know what, boys?
They weren't kidding.
If you had worn dress shoes, we would have done a wider shot.
They weren't kidding about the future being female. Behold.
Who's this guy? He's the hottie.
Well,
Who?
right?
Right here.
Oh,
yeah.
hello.
That's the nose picker.
That was the floor guy. That was the
Let's get him my number.
nose picker.
Hopefully
He's got to
shakes
be
hands.
humbled from the picking the nose on TV. So that's my time to strike.
Golly.
Get them when they're vulnerable. That's my motto.
Wow.
That was Karen.
What do you think about them? Like, they're saying that when people go with their papers to like do whatever, like the ones that are supposedly going through the right channels,
Yeah,
that some of
right.
those
Yeah,
people are
right.
just, they're just like, what are they? Just
There's no
taking their paper,
accountability.
ripping them up and sending
What
them?
are they going to be immediately sent home if they don't show up for their like naturalization appointment? No, I don't think they're going.
Well, that's what I've heard. Those are the claims, is that people are at those appointments that the ICE is just waiting outside. And they're in like wolves.
With a burlap sack, like, gotcha.
Yep. And the children are like, no, mommy, no.
Oh, it is sad, but you shouldn't come here
is.
illegally. Love you guys. Thank you for the chats. Thank you for the comments. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Bye. All right. Love you guys. God, I don't even want to leave. This candle smells so good. I don't want to leave. All right. Love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye. Love you all. Join the Discord. Feet. Love you all. Wow. You guys are awesome. Come and get it. Bye, guys. Bye. Now I'm really leaving. Love you. Bye.